Thank you for staying with us. In the latest development in the Karnataka gold smuggling scandal investigation, the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence has apprehended Rania Rao's close associate Tarun Raju. Tarun Raju belongs to a prominent Bengaluru-based hotelier family. He was arrested based on information from Rania Rao and calls that were exchanged between them. He is believed to be a long-time associate of the actress and is believed to have knowledge of all the illicit smuggling activities that she was indulging in. A special court remanded Tarun Raju to DRI custody for 5 days after the agency presented evidence from Rania Rao's seized mobile phone and laptop that established a link between the two and the smuggling operation. Now, are more heads going to be rolling? That's the question because everybody is asking, because there is no way that Rania Rao could have pulled this off on her own. CNN News 18 has accessed inside details of investigation that led to the actor's arrest. It was a tip-off, in fact, from one of her own confidants who worked as an informer for the DRI, along with a digital analysis of her assets, her movements, that finally brought the Kannada actor under the scrutiny of the intelligence agencies. Sources reveal that the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, along with other agencies, had been monitoring two significant trends in gold smuggling, including the rise in smuggling through air routes. It was observed that the South Indian airports reported more gold seizures than their North Indian counterparts. In December last year, a team got a tip-off that a high-profile network is working to smuggle gold, and working on that lead, these officials got to know that Rania had planned trips to the Middle East. Upon analysis of financial assets and information, it was found that she had made multiple trips to the Middle East between the second week of February and March. In fact, she is believed to have made about 27 to 30 trips to Dubai in just last 1 year. A tip-off from the informer, who was also known to Rao, suggested that she was about to receive a large quantity of gold and she possessed some on her body, with which she was arrested. Now, according to sources, DRI has been actively working to curb this gold smuggling through air routes, which has seen a resurgence. The officials also noted that several high-profile individuals are under scrutiny as these tactics continue to evolve. Now, there are clearly a number of factors at play that seem to have emboldened Rania Rao to smuggle gold in such large quantities. When she was arrested, she had 14 kilograms of gold taped to her body. So was it having a top cop police officer as her father that enabled her to misuse these set protocols? Remember, she's a stepdaughter of a DGP rank officer in Karnataka. She bypassed security checks. She even got police officers to escort her through these trips that she made when she arrived at the Bengaluru airport. In fact, in this particular trip, we're given to understand that a constable that she contacted, she tried to pressure him to come and give her the security clearance to take her out of the airport, but he refused to do it, citing some other duty that he was on. That eventually led to her getting frisked, that eventually led her to getting arrested. So as this scandal now, as more details come out of this particular scandal, is it political patronage or the system as a whole that emboldened Rania Rao? That's something that we open up to our guests.
Once the CBI comes out with definite information, who is involved, who is not involved, all that we will know.
Land of 12 acres in Sira was allocated for, 12 acres was allocated for a TMT factory to this lady and her two brothers, I believe, some two of his partners.
Now the CBI has taken over the case. Surely something solid will come out of it, and we'll surely know who is behind all these things, who is behind this gold smuggling and related issues also.
Let's open this up. Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of Karnataka BJP, is with us. Nizam Fauzdar, spokesperson of Karnataka Congress, is with us as well. Let me begin with you, Mr. Fauzdar. The allegations against the Congress party is that there are several calls that Rania Rao allegedly made to certain politicians within the ruling dispensation at the moment, which is the Congress, some even ministers, to help her. Now, of course, that is under investigation, but does that not cast aspersions on whether or not she did have some kind of political patronage? She is, after all, the daughter of a DGP rank officer in the state.
A DGP ranked officer daughter does not mean she belongs to the ruling dispensation. The country has become a smuggling nation and the capital of smuggling in the world under the BJP's rule. 87,607 kgs of drugs gets seized in one single year. If you multiply that by about 10 times, it's about 8 tons of drugs, gold, the illegal cigarettes, to everything has been rising in the last 10 years. The BJP's government has been solely responsible for making this country into a drug capital of the world, the smuggling capital of the world. And then the BJP cannot simply throw allegations on Congress party and say that the ruling dispensation is with the so-called the Rania Rao. The BJP needs to tell us how a certain amount of people under their rule have been prospering and how they have been able to run these rackets flawlessly, untouched. And when such small bubbles rise, BJP starts throwing allegations on the ruling party in whichever state this happens. This is a design and the
So 14
conspiracy
kilograms
of, the
of
BJP,
gold on her
how
body,
it
some
converts.
more cash at her house, some more gold bars at her house is not a small incident. Also, the reason
not a
why
small
Congress is
incident.
facing questions is because this DGP rank officer, well, may not be associated with the Congress party, but she was arrested on the 3rd of March. Today is 11th. An investigation into whether he played a role or not has been launched today. Shouldn't that have been the first thing that was investigated by the state government?
Let me ask you that question. The DRI belongs to the central government. The CBI belongs to the central government. We don't control these agencies.
Then why have you asked for a report today?
No,
Then why have you launched an
why-
investigation today?
Because these agencies have been sleeping and not taking the accused in the custody. They immediately send these accused directly to the judicial custody without asking, without questioning, without probing, without investigation. So now the
Sir,
state
Rania Rao was in the
government feels
custody
that
of the
there must be a
DRI.
lot
The
of-
second arrest that has
Why?
been made, Tarun Raju, is also now in DRI custody for 5 days.
Why she is not in the police custody for questioning? She is in
She
the
was,
judicial
sir. There was
custody.
custodial interrogation. She's
Safely
been
kept.
given to. She's been
That's
sent
what
to
the
judicial
BJP
custody now.
That's what that is why Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister of this country, needs to answer why DRI did not take the accused into custody and immediately question. They sent directly her. They send the actress Rao directly to the judicial custody. That means she's kept safe.
She
That
was
means there must be some
interrogated in
negotiations
custody. There was
happening.
custodial interrogation for 3 days, sir. Maybe you should get your facts right. So let me put that on record. But Sudha Halkai, the BJP, but Sudha Halkai, okay, let me get in the BJP. Sudha Halkai, the allegation against the BJP is that the DRI is a central agency. The CBI is investigating certain aspects of it, also a central agency. So why are questions being asked of the Congress party?
At the foremost, I would like to congratulate the DRI and the CBI that, such persons like, Ramya Rao has been caught red-handed, and this credit goes to the DRI. And if he says that BJP is not working on it, then I must say that the credit must be given to BJP then. And earlier also we have, completely sidelined the terrorism in our country, where during the Congress regime, every now and then there were terrorist attacks and every Indian citizen was scared. We don't know which way the bomb would explode. Now that's not the scenario. The whole country is safe from the terrorism compared to the Congress. This one, and compared in past 2 years. No.
Okay, she didn't interrupt you. Let's keep this civil. Let's keep this civil, Mr. Fauzdar. She didn't interrupt you. Give her the courtesy. I'll give you your time to rebut her. Let her finish, please.
And the thing is, it is not the BJP which is telling that the Congress leaders are involved in this. It is the interrogation which is done by the DRI. The team has told that she has made connections. She has called some 2 ministers from her mobile, and that is what they are telling. My apprehension here is, we have seen how the Congress Karnataka has always played.
Sir, please, I'm requesting you. Please don't interrupt her. Let her finish. You can rebut her. You can rebut every allegation she makes against you, and I'll give you the time to do that. But please, let's not heckle each other. And I request both of you all to follow that, and let's have a civilized debate, please. Sudha Halkai, please complete.
I've been following that. I've not interrupted
Yes,
you.
go
Let me
ahead.
complete my
Yes.
question. See, earlier also, including the Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, we have seen how he had completely closed the cases of the Lokayukta and he has banned the cases of Lokayukta. So the Congress government in Karnataka has a history of, abolishing all the investigation agencies and trying to use all the escape routes when it comes to them, questioning them or interrogating them. So here also my apprehension is, whatever the DRI has told that, she has been in connection with the 2 of the ministers. So this should not be stopped here, and the thorough investigation, stringent investigation has to take place over here. And this is because past 2 years we have seen how the Congress government, after the formation of the Congress government, it has become a harvest and festival for all the looters, the dacoits, the smugglers, and all the anti-nationals, and law and order has completely collapsed today to such an extent. The tourists who have come to Karnataka, they have been raped, they have been murdered. Isn't the Congress government ashamed today for what the Karnataka is facing for the lapse of law and order? Nobody is safe here today, and they talk about the BJP government. It is the BJP government which has always stood against the terrorism, against the anti-national, not like you people who have always supported the anti-national. Whenever there's a bomb blast, they say they are my brothers, and whenever
Sure.
they say it's a
Sure. Okay.
yeah,
Let's not digress. Let's stick to the subject. As far as this particular investigation goes, Mr. Fauzdar, you had a few questions you wanted to ask of the BJP. Go ahead.
See, Poonam, when Sudha starts speaking, she starts throwing these loose allegations at the bomb blast. Now let me ask, who did the bomb blast in the Malegaon?
I request
Who
both
did
of
the
you all,
blast?
please.
Who
Now
did
let
the
him
bomb
finish.
blast
I'll
in
come
the
back to you,
Akshat
Sudha Halkai.
Halkai ji, you have to answer these questions. You cannot escape by simply throwing allegations. Now tell me, where did those 90,000 kgs of drugs come from? Where did the 23,000 crores of drugs come from? Why is this gold smuggling happening from Bangladesh, Nepal and Myanmar? You have to answer. The borders are in your control. You cannot simply throw allegations here. The airport belongs to you. The airport is under your control. The airport customs people are under your control. The CBI is under your control. The DRI is in your control. You can't throw these allegations saying that we are doing it. The BJP supports the smugglers. The BJP supports the terrorists. The BJP is supporting all the illegal activities in the country. And Amit Shah seems to be the central focus of them. Sudha, you have to answer. Why is the BJP shivering? Why is the BJP shivering whenever there is a smuggling case happening in this country? The BJP
Okay, Sudha Halkai and Nizam Fauzdar, let me get in here, please. Okay, Sudha Halkai and Nizam Fauzdar, let me get in, please. Sudha Halkai, let me ask you this. This allegation that is being made of the alleged involvement of certain Congress leaders or even ministers, that Rania Rao allegedly called some of these ministers for help after she was arrested. Is there any evidence to back this?
Information which is given by the DRI officials, it is not what the BJP is saying, and this is what they have told. And I told you before also, the only apprehension, seeing the history of the Congress in Karnataka, they have always tried to close all the doors of the investigation agencies.
Mr. Fauzdar, please, just a second. The question was for Sudha Halkai. Let her please answer.
And this is not just this is an international racket, and I don't think only Ramya is involved.
You tell me.
Mr. Fauzdar, please, I'm requesting you. Please, let's not heckle anyone. Let her finish, please. I'll come back to you.
People of this country for the
This is an international racket, and a big syndicate is there, and this has to be exposed. And because Ramya has used all her father's immunity, and instead of she being an actress, she should have been a role model, but today she's a liability. So this case itself should give a threat to all the people who are into this, especially those who are born with the golden and
in that case, Ms. Halkai, why has the DRI not questioned the DGP yet? If the role of the DGP is so clear that perhaps his office or his position of power was misused by his stepdaughter, why has he not been investigated so far? Why has he not been questioned? Why is his statement not being recorded?
He will be investigated. They are thoroughly doing. I told Tarun Raj has been arrested now, and so on. They are doing it thoroughly because she's not cooperating very well. Everything she's she's breaking up. She's into tears. She's not answering anything. So it is the DRI is finding it little difficult because they've got all her laptops and the mobile and all the digital devices. They have come out with all the list to whom she has contacted and all. They were able to rule out this thing. That's the thing. And this is how they're in. We have
so Nizam Fauzdar, due diligence is being done by the agency. Why the hurry?
The due diligence and the process taken by the DRI and CBI seems to be on a snail speed. The BJP is centrally focusing on two things. Whenever there is a scandal, whenever there is a racket, they seem to throw those allegations on the opposition party. No, you need to understand this. The central focus, the country has become a smuggling capital of the world.
Union Minister
The drugs are passing through. India has become the Silk Road of drugs. So that you have to listen to me now. The country has become a silk route.
I will
to
not, because you people
drugs
have
and
spoiled the
the
peace
gold
and harmony
mafia.
of
Who is
my
promoting
people.
this?
You
Why
people
is
are
this
responsible
promoted?
for
Why
all
is the
negative
CBI
news
not
in the
taking
media
action?
today.
Why
Every
is
day there is
the
one
borders
arrest
have
and
become
80
so porous that the
Aditya, I
people are
think
able to
Karnataka
bring
was known
gold
for
and
its
drugs to
progress. It had a
Nepal,
welcoming arm for all the
Bangladesh
people
and
of the
Myanmar.
world.
Are you people
Unless
sleeping? And you are
you're
talking
making
about
Karnataka
Karnataka
to be
when the
such
Karnataka is
a
the
rogue
most
state,
prosperous
the
state?
most developed state, you have got it into a rogue
When
state. Aditya.
Karnataka is the most prosperous state, you are
But Mr.
questioning
Fauzdar,
Karnataka government.
what has
When
Karnataka being the most
when
prosperous state, what has
across the
that got to
country
do
has
with this
become so
particular
porous,
case?
what
If
are
this
you
particular case
doing?
has come to the
What is
forefront,
Mr.
Bengaluru, it
Amit
will be
Shah doing?
investigated. Their
Is he
questions will be
sleeping?
asked of the state government of that particular time. In the last 1 year, Ramya
Why?
Rao has
When
made
when the
27 trips,
investigation agencies are in the
27 trips to
hands,
Dubai.
She has made
we
27
are
visits to
shocked.
Dubai,
We
and
are
all
shocked
this
when
was
the BJP
scrutinized because of a number of visits to Ramya Rai, and
customs.
it was noticed that few of her visits to abroad was only couple of days. That is how they were scrutining, and they were waiting to catch her red-handed. And all her visits, everything with whom all she has gone, everything has been noted down. Nothing is left over there. That is the way. That
Looks
is the
like
reason
the
they have
Hafta
got
has not reached BJP.
Again,
We'll come out.
allegations can keep flying on both sides. The BJP says Congress is involved. The Congress says the BJP is involved. But who exactly seems to be running this entire racket? Because it's hard to believe that one individual, or two in this case, that have been arrested were running a racket for this long and carrying about 14 kilograms of gold on that person's body while traveling from Dubai to Bengaluru. That's something that the investigating agencies, and multiple of them that are investigating this case, will now have to unearth. I have to leave it there. I thank you both for joining us here on this edition of Plain Speak.